Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice way.
What is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Nightcap. We're doing this every Monday through Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're giving you some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis that you can actually use for tomorrow. And we got a little bit of news to talk about today. There are some debates going on. We got one of our fam that's going to be on Billy Goat Tails, and then just a couple things to look at on the charts. We're going to keep it quick tonight so we can push everyone over to BGT and see Amy Lives Crypto. We're all very excited about that, but I'm not doing this alone. I got my man, the myth, the legend, the busiest dude in crypto, FD White. What's up, dude? How you doing?
Oh man, I can't complain. How you feeling, man?
I'm
All set.
good.
I'm all ready for tonight. I'm excited for tonight, man. We got a lot to watch, a lot to listen to, and a lot to take in.
It's gonna be a busy night, man. I mean, we've had football this weekend, Monday Night Football. Now we're rolling into some crypto stuff with Billy Goat Tails. We got a debate going on. It's action packed, man. It's action packed. And you know what? It's crazy because I'm going to the stores and I'm already seeing Christmas stuff, dude. So now that's coming down the pipe too. It's wild, wild to think about. It ain't that far off. But Halloween is coming. Are you doing anything for Halloween? That is an important question we have to ask.
Man, trying not to eat too much candy, man. Every year, that's the same thing,
Yeah.
man. We got so much candy left over every year. It's a shame.
Well, I mean, looking at you, it looks like you have the same genetic issues I do. We're kind of blessed and we can eat a couple extra pieces of candy and get away with it. But that being said, man, cool. All right, let's get into the news. We got to kind of roll through this one today, keep it moving. So here we go. First up is going to be this one, and it's PayPal and Venmo. Users can now send crypto using ENS domains. So basically, what it's doing is it's simplifying the crypto transactions by replacing those long wallet addresses, and then they're now using the easy to use ENS names. All right, so that's cool, right? That's a little growth progress, we'll say, for PayPal and Venmo. Makes things a little bit easier for adoption in terms of crypto. So that's good news. All right, over to the next one. We talked about this just a teeny tiny bit, but the debate tonight is going to be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's going to be Trump versus Harris, and they're going to have their first and probably, I would say, likely final debate would be my guess. There was a poll taken, and it was actually pretty interesting to see that only 6% of the people polled wanted to hear anything about cryptocurrency. So that was kind of interesting, and I kind of tell you guys, we're a small piece of the pie. I know it feels big, and we're a big family, and we're always here together, but when it really comes down to it, like that's not the biggest, you know, part of the policies that people really want to hear about. Um, Even though we have a very vested interest. So it will be interesting to see if maybe this is the first time that we get a true question, or maybe, some questions to the candidates about cryptocurrency. So we shall see. Tune in 9 p.m. Eastern Standard if you want to see it, but you better be split screening it because you got BGT on at the same time. And on top of that, Piper is actually going to be on. He's going to be kind of like the second part of the show. He's got a take for you guys that you're probably going to want to listen to because he's going to give you some big alpha on which way he thinks the market is actually headed. So I'll give you a hint. He looks like a grizzly bear. All right. So what's up, man? What do you think? I mean, we got a little bit of progress here in terms of using those shorter names. I think that's cool for PayPal. I mean, those are two big entities. Like if we were talking about this 2 years ago, PayPal and Venmo, even being able to use cryptocurrencies, uh, that would have been like, oh my God, like that would have moved the market by itself 10%. So what do you think about that? And then what are you thinking about the debates that are coming up tonight?
So, like you said, man, the price dictates the sentiment. So all the bullish news in the world, pretty much can come out. If the price isn't where people want it, then it's just going to fly over the radar. So this is big. I think this is big. This is slow, slow adoption. Slow adoption. It happens slowly, then all at once. Like they like to say in the investment world. So I think it's very big. Ethereum name service has been one of the leaders with that when it comes to like sending and just using your some type of specific name that you pick. So Venmo, PayPal, FDWhite.eth if you're feeling generous, man. That's my near Ethereum name service, man. So if you're feeling generous, send it on over, man. We can just we'll greatly appreciate
There it
it.
is. There it is, man.
And then as far as the debate, man, we keep talking about this, man. I think it's gonna be think it's gonna be wild. I don't think it's gonna be too crazy like the Biden Trump, because it's just I think Trump is gonna tune it down a little bit, but I'm just here for the lies, man. I'm here for all the lies from both sides, man. I'm just gonna tune in for the lies, man, and see, so 3, 4 years down the line, we can look back and be like, oh, remember they said they were gonna do this,
Oh
and it's
yeah.
still not done. So,
Yeah.
hopefully, I'm gonna stay optimistic about it, and hopefully, the best candidate for the country wins, and hopefully, they're pro crypto as well. So, like you said, we're a small piece of the puzzle. Sometimes we got to zoom out and see what's better for the greater good, and then hopefully they just they're pro crypto, but we will see.
Right. And I think we're hearing that there's progress towards that, right? We are hearing that some of the individuals from Coinbase are working with Kamala and her team to actually develop some of the policy for her side of the house, which is great, great news, honestly. Like it's awesome to hear that either way you slice it, it should be good for crypto, in theory, right? So we'll see. But it does seem like she's gonna take a different stance, and that could be the reason why she never really had a statement or never really talked about cryptocurrency, because she may have disagreed. That is possible. She just keeps quiet and she's got to roll along with her party, So we'll see. We'll see. But getting over to the chat, let's give some shout outs here. We got All Set in here. He's first. So he said, let's get it. Andy Rock Crypto with a love you. We love you too, man. Hope all is well. Bucks in the house. How you doing, my brother? BC Port Corp with a good evening. Caffeinated Crypto. I hope you're not drinking coffee, man. It is late for that. Who else we got? Alex O Crypto LFG. What's up, my dude? I hope all is well. Tell the baby otter I said what's up. And then Alexander G's in the house. She's throwing some logos and emojis and all kinds of stuff for the both of us. Thank you. You know what? You especially, thank you for being here all the time. We can't do this without you. So we truly appreciate you, Alexandra G. And got some otters in the chat. Looks like that's flowing here. What else we got? The debate is, does pineapple go on pizza? No. All right, that's answered. Let's see. What else we got? That's about it. Alexandra G agrees with me. Good. Good lady. I agree. All right. And I don't eat pizza often. Now that one I can't agree with. All right, so let's let's go over. We'll bring out old Elmer Fudd here. Sound the siren. All right, so breaking, the U.S. personal savings rate dropped to 2.9% in July, its lowest print in 2 years. Savings as a percentage of disposable personal income are at its second lowest level since the 2008 financial crisis. So savings, essentially, the rate has declined for 14 consecutive months. So this goes back to the discussion that we were having earlier, and that's what I kept saying. I don't think there's as much disposable income out there, and I think that's holding us back. So it's not really a matter of it being crypto per se, because we have gotten more bullish news and adoption and policy and everything we could have hoped for crypto. This thing should have moonshot. You want to talk about getting to 100K? It should have already been there if you took all of the metrics that we have now and put it a year and a half, 2 years ago when we were talking about 2021. And they're like, it's all going to 100K, right? That's all you heard from all the influencers. It's going to 100K. And we never got that, had a big pullback. But why do we have a big pullback? Well, there's a bigger picture out there, right? There's an economy out there. There's other things that you have to take into consideration. The Nasdaq was pulling back, the S&P was pulling back, everything else was pulling back. There was a lot of flux in the market, and there was just things. There was external factors. I think that's the issue that we're gonna have here in the short term. And I think that's probably the basis of what Piper's going to probably talk about later on BGT. But I'll pass it to you, FD man. What do you think? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man. I think, like you said, like with the overall economy, it's not a crypto problem like right now. It's a problem for the economy, a problem for the world. So crypto is just gonna have to weather this storm because we're getting bullish news, we're getting bullish adoption from a lot of the big players. We got ETFs. Like, come on, when we thought ETFs coming, we thought this was a for sure 100,000 in the next few months. So now we're getting all this, this bearish information. Then we got the personal savings. I'm sure I'm part of that statistic too, because my personal savings have been going down because I've been buying more crypto with my personal fiat. So I guess they're talking about fiat because my fiat is very low right now. So I'm putting it into the markets. I'm not saying that this is the right thing to do. This is what I'm doing, because I'm dollar cost averaging down, to get some of my cost of entries down for some of the coins that I bought this year. And then I have my long term bags that I always say that I pack in 2020, 2021. And then I feel like I can always make extra money. I can always make money. That's one thing I'm good at is making money. So when it comes to investments and whatnot, and I hope people are waking up to, what the scam, the real scam, and I hope they're a lot of people like the news we're getting. I know Piper is going to talk about this. He showed me his whole outline. We talked about it for about 30 minutes after the show earlier about people's personal spending, people, can debt, delinquencies and whatnot. So it's tumultuous times. It's tough times out there. So a lot of people do not have extra money to be gambling with. People think crypto is a gamble, which a lot of it is. A lot of it is the casino. So hopefully we can get this all sorted out, and I think it's going to be sorted out. But I think it's going to be in the sorted out by some sort of stimulation. It's not going to be called quantitative easing. It's not going to be called whatever they called it in the past. It's going to be something else because people are going to need it. Corporations, companies are probably going to need it. And it's probably coming sometime in 2025. And then we just some type of stimulus, even if it's behind doors or if it's open, but I think it's coming and it's going to, I think it's going to pump the market. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Even if we don't super pump within these next few months, I'm looking more towards the longer term and the inevitable solution that's going to have to be had.
Yeah, no, I'm on board with that, man. And it looks like Buck said his savings is in crypto too. Mostly, he said buying mining gear. So, I mean, that's not a bad idea. I guess depends on what you're mining. It gets a little risky. Depends on exactly what coins it is or what projects it is. The timing of that too could be good because it looks like a lot of the altcoins have pulled back pretty substantially at this point. So there could be a
Yeah.
lot of room for growth when we actually start getting into that that bull cycle that people are talking about where they say it's going to go parabolic. I don't know that it is because think about when the institutions are kind of stepping in here, do they really want it to go parabolic like from Jump Street? I don't know that they do. I think they want to have some more time probably to accumulate before we go full send on this. But, that's just my 2 cents on that. But retail is still a piece of the pie, right? We are still a big piece of the pie at this point with Bitcoin specifically. Now, you may not be able to say that with some other assets, but with Bitcoin and, the crypto market, retail is still a player, right? We still have a voice so far. So they're gonna get scared and shaken out a little bit if the market does pull back. So that may be some opportunities here in the future. Just you got to be ready and you
Yeah.
got to figure out your plan. And as FD was saying, it sounds like he's going to DCA in, and that's kind of my plan right now because there's turmoil, right? And I'm not really sure which way we're going to go at this point. We had a nice move leading into the ETFs. The ETFs got approved. We got a new all-time high. I got to be honest with you, a lot of time all-time highs for me is just that's my exit. All right. And I did do that with some things like, ETH didn't get up to an all time high, but when it got up to that psychological number of 4K, I was like, I'm good, man. Like, I'm good. I doubled my money. Like, I'm straight. I'm going to go ahead, sell here, and then I'll just wait. And so now, if you're looking at it, where are we at right now? 2,300 or somewhere around there. That's I could get back in for just over, where I bought it originally, which I think was about 1,800 or something like that. So, it's it's a game we play, and I say like all-time highs a lot of times is everyone's like, hey, have an exit strategy. That's usually my exit strategy, to be frank, in cryptocurrency at least. All right. And I'll never be rich. But that's just the way I like to play the game. It's conservative, but it is what it is. Retro Mike Tex in the house. What's up, my guy? How you doing? I know all of you are
Yeah.
excited for Amy Lives Crypto tonight. We are trying to keep it quick here, Amy. Don't you worry. We're gonna push everyone your way once you get over to Billy Goat Tales tonight. All right, so let's go over to the economic calendar here. And it's actually should be on the market pulse. There you go. All right, over to the market pulse. So tomorrow is actually a pretty big day. I highly, highly recommend that you tune into the morning show tomorrow specifically because Piper is phenomenal at breaking this stuff down. We're going to get some core inflation rate numbers month over month, year over year, and then we're going to get the inflation rate month over month, year over year. That's all going to come out tomorrow. So should be 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And Piper should be able to walk you all through that and then how it's going to affect. So what does that mean for us? Well, us being at some critical areas and kind of a squeeze right now. We're in between the dynamic reactor on the 4 hour, and we're also just over that the support level of my channel that I've been talking about. So it's kind of getting squeezed, and you can see we're having candles, and there's not a big movement today. You can see today's movement was pretty small. There's a squeeze, and we will look at that once we get to the charts. But that's a pitch for tomorrow. Go ahead, go over to the morning show, check it out, get your alpha, and get spun up on everything that's going on. All right, over to the crypto fear and greed index. Today, currently sitting at 37, which is fear. Total market cap is sitting at $2.1 trillion, which is up 1.2%. 24-hour trading volume is at 71.7 billion. That's actually down 19.9%. No big deal. Bitcoin dominance is at 53.9%, and that is down 0.09. Over to the top 10, Bitcoin, Ethereum, number 1, 2. As always, Bitcoin is up 1.38% over 24 hours and is down 0.23% over 7 days, currently sitting at a price of $57,662. Ethereum is sitting at $2,379, and that's up 1.3% over 24 hours and down 2.28% over 7 days. Let's see what else we got in terms of movers. Solana looks like it is in the positive over 7 days. It's up 5.91%, currently sitting at 135.79. We did talk about that key area of 128 and 121. Talked about that yesterday and last week as well. So definitely gave you some good areas there to look at. Solana, XRP, the old stable coin, still sitting between 50 and 60 cents. Nothing to write home about. Dogecoin's making a little bit of a move. It's up 6% over 7 days, and it is at 10 cents essentially. Timecoin, we talked about this. I mean, I kept pointing out. I said, hey, it's under $5. It's under $5. It's under $5. Guess what? It's not under $5 anymore. You're sitting at 5.98% over 24 hours and 12.18% over 7 days. So I figured it was a matter of time. I thought it was going to be like BNB. You saw that big pullback on BNB when you had all that FUD come out. Really, it wasn't FUD because I mean that dude got locked up. But that being said, I figured it was going to recover. So Tron, looking at that, that is down 0.96% over 24 hours and up 1.58%. That rounds out your top 10. Tron is kind of moving back down. It's sitting at 13.2 on the market cap. Cardano, man. No, Cardano, when we looked at that and we were seeing it wrestle with being in the top 10, that was at 13.4. So Cardano is still losing market cap. Very, very interesting. Price has gone up over 7 days, but market cap has gone down significantly. Interesting. Take note of that. All right, AVAX. They're looking good. We did have that bullish news before this latest dip, right? Don't forget Grayscale, AVAX. It's a thing. They're looking good. 13.78% over 7 days. So they are moving on up. Shiba Inu, number 13, Bitcoin Cash 14, and Chainlink sitting at 15. So that rounds that out. All right, let's go over to the crypto bubbles, and it is a sea of green out there. Love to see it. Here is the FD special. Popcat is up 4.9%. ICP is up 14.1%. TON is up 5.3%. Core is up 6.3%. BSV, which is Bitcoin SV, is up 9.4%. FET is up 9.1%. Aave is up 7.3%. Rune 5.5%. A lot of green on the board here. Let's see who's getting hurt right now. So is that Starknet? Yep, there it is. Starknet is down 7.6%. AR, so Arweave is down 5%. Haven't seen Arweave up too much really green or red. This is kind of the first time I'm seeing a big number for RWE, even really 5%. I mean, marginally big. SUI's down 4.4%, and that about rounds it out. I mean, got some decent movers. ICP is a big mover, but other than that, nothing too crazy to write home about. All right, over to the liquidation heat map. I'm going to close out some of these just so my computer does not get bogged down with some craziness here. Liquidation heat map on the 3-day. All right, you can see we have some resistance in the area of about 58K. You can see this wick, right? Selling pressure. I tell you about that. Now we're coming back up to retest that area. So we'll have to take a look at the chart, see what we're seeing on the prime oscillator as well as the RSI. But I think if I remember correctly, the RSI is actually trending down and right. So what would that mean? If we do get a rejection, the thing is we got that channel on the bottom side. So we're kind of getting that squeeze, but really liquidity is down here. All right. So a lot of people, once we got that bounce off the 53K region, and then we got some bullish candlestick patterns. If you're looking at that, you had a bullish engulfing. You had like a hammerhead candle followed by a bullish engulfing. So it looks like a lot of people are pretty comfy with taking that off of that top part of the range previously. But liquidity is sitting down here, 54,600 to about 54,350. All right, so that's probably where your heaviest liquidity is. It's hard for me to say right now if prices action is really going to drive towards that because I don't see much of a trend. The trend really is up and right, to be honest with you. If you're looking at it, trend's up and right. So when I talk about price action going after and trying to grab that liquidity, a lot of times it's when I see the price action kind of trending towards the liquidity. It makes me feel a little bit more uh, confident in saying that we'll go grab that liquidity. So for right here, it's not far away. It's within reach, but I don't know if it's going to get there in the near term. So over to Bitcoin, we're going to keep this as quick as we can over the High Kanashi on the weekly. All right. So I've talked about this quite a few times, but we still haven't had a close. Looking at the channel, still haven't had a close on the weekly underneath of that channel. All right. So that's why, again, trend is your friend till the end. Short term, Piper put a gun to my head last Friday. He said, hey, make a call. Short term, I said, hey, I think it's going to pull back bearish. But long term, zooming out, I still have hope. All right. Because we are in a descending broadening wedge, which is a bullish pattern. We are in a bear or a bull flag, which is a bullish pattern. And it could be crazy. If you talk about the parabolic run, man, that could be freaking crazy if we take this and do a measured move off of that. I don't think it'll actually play out. I don't think that's possible. But I would definitely keep this trend line at the top side in mind. So where are we? Let's go ahead and look at the shorter time frame. So this is what I'm talking about here. Dynamic reactor channel, you got a squeeze going on right now. So I think Piper made a play on the dynamic reactor. Probably not a bad idea. You see that the prime oscillator is working its way down and right, in kind of a second retest here of this area. But I say, I mean, it's still risky in a sense. Yeah, we got indications of overbought. We did get a trend reversal, but I don't know if it's going to have a huge move because you have this channel that is clearly now that it's reestablished, acting as support. So it could pull back to the channel, and maybe you can play this range. All right, but where we looking in the near time, you got to wait for a little bit of a breakout to kind of figure out where this is going to go. If you get on the top side of this dynamic reactor, which is very significant, you can see it's riding it the whole way down. But really, if you get on top of it, then yeah, I can see a move up here. Value area low, 60,040 or so is a horizontal level of support and resistance. So you got some significant areas there at about 60,000. It really is what I would look at. And I do remember when we zoomed out, I think it was to the weekly or that might have been the 2-week, there was some liquidity sitting there as well. So keep that in mind. But if we break down, we lose the channel. Obvious area right here is going to be 52K. But right now, I'm not sure that we'll see that here in the near term. I think this is the area we got to focus on. So there's kind of your top side, your bottom side targets. Wait for a breakout if you are taking a scalp or an intraday type trade, and make sure you cross-reference the prime oscillator there. All right, we got 5 minutes to go. I'm gonna pass it to FD. I'm gonna let him do some TA, and then we will close it out and push you guys over to BGT. And I'm gonna look at the chat, see what you guys got going on here.
Okay. I was actually looking at the DXY because the DXY is I was looking and I'm seeing that we've been touching this bottom side support level at about 101 to $100, and we've been getting bounces here. We got a bounce here in February of 2023, April 2023, July 2023, then we got another bounce December 2023, and then we're getting another bounce now. So what we want to see is, of course, we want to see this start to roll over as they start to raise interest rates. Of course, we're probably going to see the dollar start to roll over, which should, in theory, be good for risk assets. But we have to see a lot of times when they do start to, as we know, raise these interest rates. A lot of times these risk assets or assets start to roll over. So I'm keeping my eye out on the dollar. We went over Bitcoin thoroughly today. You guys went over it. Well, we went over it at the for the trading show, and then they also went over it this morning. So we kind of already know the levels. We were looking at a short at about 58.1, 58.2. So if you got into that short earlier from the trade show, congratulations, you should be in profit. So just I'm not trading anything right now. We did take a R weave scalp yesterday. I put it in the Discord. We got a breakout and a retest on the 15 minute. We sniped in from like the 15 or the 7 minute time frame. We were in and out. So we if you took that trade, congratulations. But Bitcoin is going to lead the way. So we're going to watch and see what happens within these next 10 days. Will give me a better, clearer view of which way this market is going to go, because we have the debate today, we have CPI tomorrow, and then a week from tomorrow we have the decision about the rate cuts, which is probably going to come in at 0.25. So we don't know if they're going to come with point 0.5. So we just have to see, man. We have to see. It's very, very rocky conditions right now. So when it comes to trading, like I keep telling everybody right now, I'm in and out until proven otherwise. So of course I'm watching the DXY. Of course I'm watching Bitcoin, and I'm watching Bitcoin dominance. Those are the three charts that I'm really watching in order to see how hard or see how deep I'm going to go in my altcoin trades, or how long I'll stay into some of my altcoin trades, because it's all going to be correlated, in the longer term. So I'm gonna get ready to go over the Billy Goat Tales and some watch the debate. I may keep my charts open to see how Bitcoin reacts when Harris is talking, as opposed to when Trump is talking, when she says something, as opposed to when Trump says something, to kind of gauge how the market will react. Which if either candidate is talking, or if either candidate starts to win, or take a take a nice a lead in the race, because we know the poly markets. I think Trump was up a little bit more, but they're neck and neck so far for the most part. So we have to keep our eye out on that too. Like I know a lot of traders are keeping their eye out on the poly market. So if Trump starts to get a bigger lead, be expecting crypto to start pumping a little bit more, and if he starts to lose a little bit, be expecting us to roll over a little bit more. So it's so much to get to take in right now, man. You have to be in tune, or just keep DCAing and close your eyes and don't even worry about it. But I'm a reactive and active investor right now. Like I said, I got my long term bags, and I'm trading to get more capital for these dips or these crashes if we continue to go down. So that's just my plan right now. The charts, we're gonna keep talking about the same charts over and over again until we do break out, until we do have some type of significant move. So that's what I'll be looking for.
Right on, man. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from probably trading during the debate. I'm not gonna mess with any of that volatility, because at that point we're not talking about technical analysis. I mean, it's just volatility based on what's happening with the debate, and so I'm just gonna stay away from that altogether. But we are coming up on 9 o'clock here. Small shout outs to username. What's up? Sharks the freaking laser beams. My dude, Clay the Great. Hootie Hoo. How you doing? Matt C. My guy. Just want to say what's up to you. Special shout out. And yeah, we're about to get out of here. So you guys go over one, if you're not following Amy, follow Amy on Twitter. This is her page here, Amy underscore lives crypto. She's going to be on Billy Goat Tales here. Billy Goat Tales is this page here, and that is going to be at Billy Goat Tales. Very easy. So this is where you can check the space that's about to happen right now. So go head over there, say what's up, let them know we sent you. Hope you guys have a great night, and we will do this again tomorrow. Much love. Take it easy. We're out of here.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain